a stepdad that loved me unconditionally, okay? And then, I meet a wife that continues to push me and pour into me. And I have friends that are closer than brothers. And all of these things, and it doesn't, like, you're not that lucky. No, not one person is not that lucky. And so you look back and I attest it to God never stops pursuing us. He never took his hand off and stopped pursuing me. Now, finally I had to stop running, but he never stopped pursuing. And I didn't deserve a bit of it. But there's a line in a Reliant K song that says, the beauty of grace is that it makes life unfair. Think about it. The beauty of grace is that it makes life unfair because I didn't deserve any of it. And we think we want fairness. I don't want anybody to park in that spot at the gym because I want to park there, right? Like, I don't want you to break the rules, but if I do, I want you to cut me some slack, right? Like, if you didn't earn the grade, you don't get the grade. But I was like 89 and a half. Can you round up? Right? That's how we are. Like, I want you to stick to the rules, but I want you to cut me a little bit of slack, okay? But the beauty of grace is that it makes life unfair. Like, God comes in and says, you don't deserve it, but I'm going to give you more. And so I tell you all that because, again, your position is a name on a business card. Your history, okay, I can make some of that up. I probably have. But you can't take my testimony. You can't take my experiences. And our testimony is our biggest source of worship. Our testimony is our biggest source. That's where it begins. That's what, for me, like, we talked about you can go out in nature and see that God exists. But that doesn't mean I need to worship him. And I can read the stories of all of the great miracles and the battles and all of the things that happen in the Bible, and that's cool, but I can turn on TV and see some of the same things. For me, it starts when I experience God's love. So when we experience God's love, then it allows us to believe his activities and worship his authority. Because when I experience it for myself and I see God interacting along the way, along my journey, and continuing to interact in my life and intercede in my life, when I experience that love, then it allows me to then believe the accounts of the other folks that have also experienced it because I've seen it and I've tasted it and I've experienced it. And so now I believe it when other people tell me about it. And since I believe that, then I worship God for who he is, which is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I can worship him for that now because I know the person that he is because he loves me when I'm unlovable. So when we experience God's love, it allows us to believe his activity and worship his authority. And it is that authority that gives us hope.